the thing that I liked the most was when we did the shared build, because I think that what I'm trying to do professionally, or what I'm going to say, what I'm doing professionally, is bringing people together for shared vision in a way that is hard for people to do without workshops. And I really liked how the shared build, the group build, helped us come to a common vision and over something that was really very complex that would have been hard to do. Maybe we would have still done it without Legos, but I don't think to that depth that we went in that amount of time. That was really impressive to me.
I think this is one of the workshop I feel very comfortable and relaxed and learn in a very open-minded way. And I think Lego is one of the tools that we all know since we are little, and some of us will play. It's a tool that is very familiar, but used in a very different way. And in a way that we can see ourselves outside of our brain, and we can visualize what's actually happened in our own brain and also other people's mind too. So I think that will help with a lot of my coaching session where I can really build with that person or with that group to let them see what they actually mean by what they said. So I think this method is one of the method I will use in the future and will invest in it.
The part that comes to mind first is how experimental the workshop is. I think we spend more time building and going through the different builds with one another than talking or listening to the slideshow. So I really appreciate that. And the reason why I appreciate it is because we get to see, especially in the more complicated builds, how to facilitate group dynamic and to become aware of certain psychological dynamics that can surface. And then that awareness would prompt us to ask questions like, if, for example, the urge to people please comes up, how do we facilitate that, or how do we minimize that prior to the workshop? So I think these are all things that you have to experience to notice and to know to ask how to facilitate. So I don't think that's something that you can get from online instructions. And I really enjoyed discussing this morning on different ways we could design workshops or apply Lego Serious Play to our goals, what we want to do, and just to hear everyone's opinions, and especially David's, yours, and Leon, yours. It's very informative, and especially given your knowledge about different ways of manipulating bricks and all the different methods or frameworks we could incorporate, like how those things could really augment what we want to do. And that's not something that we come naturally with, and that's something that we have to discover through conversation with you. And that's also my feedback. I think it would be really, really useful to have a more comprehensive understanding of all the different ways to manipulate builds. For example, disassembling it, taking away different bricks to minimize it, and different ways of combining Lego Serious Play with other methods to really demonstrate to us experimentally the different synergies we can achieve through all these different manipulations. Because I think there's an immense amount of possibilities out there that we could explore that could be really helpful to what we want to do individually. So that would be really helpful, I think, going forward.
I think that was some of the best part. Like, it was really cool for us to be passive participants and be receiving the workshop from you, but then for us to have to be like, okay, let's think about how we're going to do our own workshop. Like, I think what you want to do, which you had talked about this morning, like, we really got to test drive it. And it was like, there's really something there, which we wouldn't have known. Like I think it just sets us up so much more for success. So I think if you guys are the ones starting that, then I congratulate you on that, because I think it's crucial.
I think I like the physicality of the physical nature of the whole method, and the pace of the workshop, which was at some point it was really intense. At some point it was had a lot of conversation. There were points where there was reflection. There were points where there was kind of discussion on ways to connect things. So the way I look at using this particular method is in multiple places. Professionally, in my context, I would maybe use it for team building, or also more defining the direction for a product. When I went through this particular workshop, I realized the intensity and the intention in the activities which you go through. And that's something which I wonder how do you really communicate it beforehand to someone who's going through it. No, I think this is a good paced, well packaged workshop. Yeah, good learning.
This is a session where I will gain weight. So feedback is I don't know, it's a good and bad thing. Like it's always have food on there and drinks, and so that's very nice.